Question: does the Quran contain grammatical errors? In Quran 2:253, why is the female tilka used before the male plural ar-rusul? In simpler terms, why is it tilka rusul instead of the apparently correct ulaika rusul? And in 2063, why hasn't the shape of hadhan changed to hadain after the use of in, as is generally the norm? In simpler terms, why is it in hadhan instead of the apparently correct in hadain? Before commenting on these specific examples, it is pertinent to cite the remarks of Imam Amin Hasan Islahi on the people who try to find grammatical errors in the Quran. He writes, "The books of syntax are no judge on the style and declensions of Quranic Arabic. It is actually the reverse. The Quran is a judge on books of syntax. The Quran is the most perfect example of the pure and unadulterated language of the Quraysh and is protected in all its aspects. For this reason, if any of it appears to be against known principles of syntax, then this will be no error on its part. On the contrary, this will be regarded as a shortcoming of the data analyzed by the grammarians." Sibawayh is the Imam of Arabic syntax, and Islahi's mentor, Imam Farahi, also regards him to be so. However, despite this, he, in the light of the Quran, has criticized many of Sibawayh's inferences and concluded that the conventional and customary style is the one which the Quran has adopted and not what Sibawayh has regarded. In classical eloquent Arabic, at times the requirements of the beat and rhythm cause a change in words, letters, and pronouns. So, if a person has mere bookish knowledge of Arabic, he cannot be comprehensive in collating them. Take, for example, the case of pronouns. There are numerous examples in the Quran in which a pronoun has become part of a word. There is no other reason for this other than beat and rhythm. We need to realize that language is not mathematics, hence not just grammar. There are several other aspects of a spoken language that do not follow the known conventions of grammar for various reasons. Grammar of a language is only a secondary tool to understand the language, and it only supplements the primary one, which is comprehending the language through the direct method. People communicated in various languages even before grammarians composed books of grammar and syntax. They did not start speaking a language by referring to books of grammar. For example, there is no rule by which we can explain why put is pronounced differently than but, nut, and cut. Abundant examples illustrating this phenomenon can be drawn from the sophisticated literature of diverse languages. For example, in Urdu poetry, many times the word ek changes to ik to match with the rhythm. Concerning Quran 2:253, the word rusul is jama mukassar, a broken plural, and in Fasih, eloquent Arabic, it is very common to place along with it a feminine singular pronoun in the third person. For example, the Quran in many places says tilkal ayyam. In the second case from Surah Taha, in is mukhaffafa min al-mushaddada, that is, in the sense of inna, due to the presence of lam on zahiran, and hence we have hadhan instead of hadain. The same can be witnessed in Surah Yunus, verse 29, where in is in the sense of inna due to the presence of lam on ghafilin.